Ready?
Yes.
Praise.
Praise.
Okay, let's do this. Let's get this. All right. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, do we need a moment of silence for like
Nope.
editing purposes?
Nope.
Okay.
No, because we're on the same track, dude.
Nice. Okay. This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
This is Christine.
And this is my so-called whatever. I'm back. Brooke is back. And
We're ready to digitally get down.
Oh,
yes, we are.
Just you and me.
I am very excited about today's episode
I am too.
because we're talking about something that's very near and dear to all of our hearts.
Yes.
Christine, what is that?
we are going to talk about NSYNC.
Yahoo! I'm so excited. This is something that we really haven't, we've touched upon
We have.
on our podcast.
Right. A little bit.
But
Here and there.
we haven't really dove into it. And honestly, I feel like today we're just going to be able to scratch the surface
Yeah. We're going to have to do more than one episode.
because
Especially since we were a little late to the party tonight. To Christine's party.
right. But here's the thing also.
Yeah.
But like,
Do we need to take a moment of silence? You seem like you're getting choked up.
I'm a little choked up about this. No. But if you think about it, like we have a lot of like new kids adventures.
We sure do. We definitely do. And more to come.
Absolutely. But NSYNC was different in the way that, in the fact that like we were adults technically with kind of our own money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we had jobs and we could do things that we just couldn't do when new kids were around back in, the late 80s
Right.
and early 90s.
Right.
So we had some different types of experiences
We sure did.
and they were fun.
They were fun.
And who cares if we were some of the oldest ones at the concerts?
Yeah. Didn't matter to us.
I didn't care.
Uh,
No line at the beer tent.
Nope. Definitely not. And I have a picture of that.
So
So,
here we go.
here we
go.
Well, where should we start? Should we start in 1998? Are we going to go that far back?
I say let's do it.
I
I say
say
let's
go.
do it. 1998.
Do you guys remember the first time you heard them or saw them?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I don't.
Here's the thing. We have such a vivid memory of this specific moment.
I remember where we were.
I remember where we were in the vehicle. We were driving, and I know the exact spot where we were like,
Me too.
we're gonna start liking NSYNC.
It was like a decision.
Wow.
We consciously made this decision.
Yeah. You want to tell the story?
So let's say the name of let's say the street name at the same time.
One,
2,
two, 3.
3.
Kenduskeag Avenue.
What?
Yeah.
And it was at right before you're going downtown to where the
Oh, I have a different spot in mind.
Really?
Yes, on the way to the gardens, just before and going over the overpass.
Yeah, but that's when we were listening to the song. Oh, I was talking about when we picked our favorites.
I remember picking favorites. I do remember picking favorites, but I specifically remember a different scenario
Oh.
at
Oh.
what was then called Music Land.
Oh. Oh.
Do you remember the posters?
No.
Oh,
Was this when we picked favorites?
no.
Was there a situation?
There was a situation.
Shit, I don't remember this, Christine.
Wow.
It had to do, I decided that I wanted a poster, and I couldn't decide. This is before we decided, no, we're going to NSYNC.
Oh,
Do you remember this?
No.
Remember the poster I had?
No.
It might have been a Nick Carter poster.
No, but if you're an NSYNC fan, back in 1998, you would have been like, ew,
I
Backstreet
know.
Boys. Not like,
But at this point,
I was in the Nick Carter fan club. I got a t-shirt over there. to
did
prove
you
it.
almost say Nick Farter?
I said ew. I only said ew because I was transporting myself back to 1998. And if you said Backstreet Boys, you were like, ew.
But this is before we decided we liked NSYNC.
Okay, so I don't remember this. So tell me the story.
I remember this. It's just a really quick story.
Okay.
But I remember standing there thinking, like, do I want a Backstreet Boys or do I want, like, or, okay, no. Do I want a Backstreet Boy or do I want an NSYNCer? And looking at the posters, I was like, I don't know. And
Was I with you?
You were definitely with me. I ended up buying the Nick Carter poster. And I put it up.
Wow.
And it was probably within, like, 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, no, we like NSYNC.
Tear that shit down.
It came right down. It came down to be replaced by JC.
Was it in your bedroom?
It must have been.
Like on Grant Street?
It must have been. Yeah. With every other poster in the world. Yeah.
So was that our senior year? Was that our senior year?
Our senior year
or
of high
had
school.
we graduated?
We had not graduated yet, I don't believe. It was right at the end, though. Yep.
I don't remember that memory. That's a great memory.
But I remember hearing the song.
Okay, so I remember hearing the song. I think maybe we were having a discussion. Maybe not talking about favorites. But we were having the discussion going along, like doing our DTR.
Right.
Which was our downtown runs. We called them DTRs. You want to go do DTR? We'll go do a DTR. And then they banned DTRs.
They banned DTRs.
But we
You
were
couldn't do
like,
it.
we don't care.
Remember
We're
the-
still going to do a DTR.
Remember the Bout It's?
Ha! That was a car gang.
It was a car gang. They had stickers on their windows that said
Kevin
Bout
was
It.
in a car gang.
Okay. I thought about his old license plate today.
Oh, he found it today.
Oh.
He had
That's
a
so
license
funny.
plate that said, "What's up?"
Oh,
And his
I'm glad he
car.
kept that.
His car.
His car was a black Jetta with gold glittery racing stripes down the center.
Oh, that was sweet in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he had like the frosted I was like, that's a bad boy right there.
Little did you know.
Nope.
Not a bad boy.
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
But that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That was a little tangent. Maybe we save that for the Patreon content.
maybe.
So yeah. So Christine, when did you start liking NSYNC?
So I remember the summer of 98 driving around and it was specifically at night and hearing some songs on the radio. I didn't know who it was. So even at this time, I couldn't tell you if this is Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, but I remember thinking, that's a boy band. Oh, it's a boy band.
Yeah.
I got really excited. Because the first thought in my head, I'm like, is that the New Kids on the Block? But it wasn't, obviously. But that was my first
Unfortunately.
thought, just driving around. Like, you could just tell the sound of five guys singing. That kind of, you know, it's a different feeling, different sound, everything. So that was kind of like my piquing interest of, okay, who is this? I will say, I liked the Backstreet Boys in 1998. Okay?
Oh, you
Wasn't
know what?
until-
I did too. But then I was like, I felt like I had to like
Right.
throw down the law, but I still had that CD.
I don't feel like I had to throw down the law until later, because I even liked Backstreet in 99, but 99 is when it also switched for NSYNC. So, but going back just a little bit, the first time I remember really seeing them on TV, funny enough, is when I was dating my boyfriend, now my husband. And I went over to his house and he had the Disney Channel special on.
That was the best.
He had it on.
He had it on.
Like, he
and
was
let me
watching
tell
it?
you, he was watching it. And
I
I
love
was
it.
20 at the time. He's 11 years older than me. Okay, so he's a 31-year-old guy who's putting down. Stops on the Disney. He likes music. He just likes music in general. So he turns it on and he's like, "Oh, what's
Well, because that was a different experience too. It's like different. Like, who are these people? This is kind of neat. Like, why is a Disney Channel playing a concert?
yeah?"
Right?
So exactly. And so he enjoys music, so he had it on, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, "Oh, who are these guys?"
Yeah.
And they're cute. And so that was my first real memory of it. And we talked about picking favorites, and you guys didn't mention your favorites. I think most people know, but if they don't, we could talk about that. But I'm a JT fan. I'm a Justin girl from day one, from that first time I saw him with his ramen hair. And you know what? I was into the look. People make fun of it now, but
It was
we
hot
liked it
back then. Let's just be honest,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to deny it. Like, that crunchy ramen look was where it was at.
It was in.
it was in, and the bleach blonde and their big, huge, colorful clothes. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
come on.
Oh, yeah. Give me some, what was that? Like Ennis?
Ennis.
Ennis. Give me some Fubu 5. I'm all set. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
It was. That was what it was all about.
I always wanted a Fubu 5 shirt.
Give me
Just
some
putting it
ski
out there.
goggles on my head.
Yeah. Chris Kirkpatrick.
Give me a
We're
pineapple
talking about
hairdo.
you. We're talking about you, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Some puffy vests.
You know me.
puffy vest.
I get a little place in my heart for puffy vests.
Yes, you do.
Right there.
But for real, performance fleece.
I was all about the performance fleece as
They
well.
wore the hell out of performance.
Yeah, they
fleece.
did. You know what you did, NSYNC. You know what you did.
And I am, for the record, a JC girl from day one.
Oh, I am, for the record, a Lance girl from day one, which was different for me.
Was
How
it though?
so?
It was because, like, immediately I would say that I was drawn to Justin. And I feel like we had this conversation.
Yeah, I feel like we have.
Right. So I was immediately drawn to Justin. But I was like, he's too young for me. that whole year difference, whatever. And then I was like, yeah, Lance seems pretty good. I like him. I think I'll go with Lance.
Seems like a nice guy.
Seems like a nice dude
Nice Southern boy.
from Mississippi.
Do you remember your necklace? That necklace cracks me up.
It said I love Lance, didn't it?
I think it did.
And it was from Claire's.
It was,
And it was-
oh yeah, it was
and it
definitely
was
from
like-
Claire's. It was definitely like $6.99.
Pewter or something.
Yep, with like
Sparkles.
colorful, sparkly letters, bubble letters.
Right. And so
That was fun.
yeah. So when did our first concert was Mansfield.
When
And-
Jordan Knight opened for them.
Oh yeah. Did you see that concert?
No. So I had tickets to that show,
Oh.
but I got really sick and couldn't go.
Oh,
That
I
was
know.
the flying sailing.
I know. Yeah, I didn't get to go until the next tour, which is a different story. It starts out really sad. So remember the days before buying tickets on the internet and you had to go stand in line,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So in 2000, when they went on tour, I went and stood in line, but I don't know if I just didn't get up early enough. I'm an early riser now, but I was not when I was 22. I slept in, but I'm sure I got up early enough, but I didn't get tickets.
Oh no.
So I was crushed, absolutely crushed. And I remember crying on the ride home.
oh,
It's so stupid because I'm 22, right? Like I'm not 12 anymore. I'm not a 12-year-old New Kids on the Block fan.
Still,
I'm a
though.
22-year-old woman
It doesn't matter.
that I didn't get my tickets. So my concert was in June. I think our concerts were fairly close together, even though you just didn't have the cornrows anymore for mine. But so like a couple days before the show, they released more tickets, and I heard it on the radio because I was at work. I remember this day. I was in my cubicle that's decorated in NSYNC, and I heard it that they released more seats, and so I called my mom because I take the bus to work. There's no place to go get tickets. I'm downtown. I'm like, Mom, will you please go get me tickets? And she did.
Oh, that's awesome.
that's so nice.
Yeah, Mom. Pretty rad back then. So she went and she got me 2 tickets. And so I got to go a couple days before the show. And if I hadn't gotten tickets, I would have cried more. It was a big deal.
It
It's a
was a big
big
deal.
It still is a big deal.
Yeah, and like we couldn't buy tickets up here. I don't think
Filene's.
we could. Yeah, but there was only a limited number
Right.
that you could get up here, like for Massachusetts concert.
Oh, right. Yeah.
and they were always gone. So we'd always have to like pay more.
So, yeah.
The ones
I remember-
for Foxborough, because those were awesome tickets. We got some really good seats at Foxborough. Like Foxborough Stadium was filled. It was sold out, completely sold out. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was like, there's so many people here.
It was awesome. We had good seats.
We really did.
But I don't remember how we got them. I do remember, like, for other shows.
I
Like
do
other
remember they were
concerts,
$1,000.
They were?
Yes. Maybe they were $1,000 total.
I think that's total.
But still, that was a lot of money back then.
That's a lot of money
That's
now.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially for us.
Yeah.
Me and my airport job.
Oh, yeah. Me and my sunglass hut.
Planning a wedding. Yeah.
I remember like having to call Ticketmaster back in the olden days for tickets too.
I remember doing that too.
Yeah.
You got the Joey McIntyre tickets for us.
I did?
Yeah.
I probably called.
You surprised me with those tickets.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't remember. We had good seats too.
Yeah, I could not believe it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I didn't go to a lot of concerts. Like I never went to any when I was little. Joey McIntyre was my first concert. That's the first one I'm counting. I'm not counting that other one.
No.
Because I wasn't even there. I didn't even experience the concert. I got smushed by the mosh pit.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a concert I wanted to be at.
Who was it? Lit?
It was Lit and friggin' Offspring. And I liked the Offspring and I liked Lit. I don't know, but I think Joey McIntyre was first, actually. I think that it was first. I can't remember. I really can't.
We'll say it's first.
We'll just say it's first.
Yeah.
But they pushed so hard that it was the first time I'd like, because I'd hit my head before and passed out, but like I got smushed. I couldn't breathe. And then all of a sudden I had water dumped on me.
Oh.
And my boyfriend at the time was pissed because he had to, because they said I
Voldemort.
needed like a doctor attention. And he's like, she's fine. I was not fine.
He's an ass.
Then I had to drive home.
Oh.
Oh my God.
From Portland.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Lance would have never done that to me. Nor would have Joey McIntyre. Joey McIntyre would have taken me home. He's done it before.
He has.
So when do you guys remember, is it okay to transition to when do you remember it being like, oh my gosh, this is over? I can't believe it's over.
When Justin came out with his solo stuff, I don't think I thought it was completely over, but probably shortly thereafter. Like once he got big fast.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard
solo.
Sexy Back.
That's when you knew it was done.
Yes, again, I was on Connecticut Avenue. And I heard that song in my car. And I was like, that's it. That's the end.
That was like later though.
Was it? I don't think it was.
That was the
like,
second album.
That was a few years later.
Yeah.
That was
the
like
first
2006.
Ain't nobody. 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven t-shirt I had, remember?
I don't remember that
He
then.
was dancing in front of the 7-Eleven to Like I Love You.
Yep. Good video. I dig it.
And all of our 7-Elevens closed.
You know, maybe I'm getting confused because I didn't really care for that song.
I loved it. And I loved my
I loved
7-Eleven
it.
shirt.
I actually didn't really. I'm getting confused because the first Justin Timberlake solo song I liked was Sexy Back.
Really?
That was like released as a single that I like.
So you didn't like
sought
Cry
out.
Me a River and all that
No.
stuff? Oh,
No,
yeah.
because I was like on Britney's team.
Well, I was still on Britney's team, but
But you know how we were talking about like in '98, like Backstreet Boys or
yeah.
NSYNC, and in that time, in my mind, it was you like Britney or you like Justin. I was like, I like Britney.
Well, I can remember going for a while because I knew from the get-go. Like not, and I never know anything. And as soon as I heard he was releasing his solo album, I said, that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
He's and do his own thing and that's fine, but not fine because that meant NSYNC was no longer. And then when JC came out with his solo album, I was like, okay, now it's really over. But I really liked Schizophrenic. I loved that album.
I did too.
I loved everything about that album. And we used to listen to it all the time.
So this is going to be a terrible thing to say. This is going to sound awful, you guys.
Uh-oh.
Like awful.
You talk about his hair.
No.
Okay.
Whose hair?
JC's hair.
No. JC can do whatever he wants with his hair. Except for when he wears it like a 42-year-old mom.
What are you talking about?
Like back in like 2001 or ish, and it flipped out like on the bottom, and it had like chunky highlights.
Yeah,
No.
the flipping.
Yeah.
It was like reverse Little Dutch Boy.
Yeah, no. I didn't really care for that, but he looked like a mom.
Yep.
But
and I said, I. Remember I was singing that all the time?
Yep.
She moved across the floor.
So when NSYNC was over, I felt like it was like I was okay with it. I didn't like mourn the death of NSYNC. I really didn't. I know that sounds crazy, but I really didn't. I just felt like
I stopped listening to NSYNC.
I think you naturally kind of move on, though, when that just happens and you stop listening to them.
Nope. I did not. Nope. Because that was my second heartbreak. I couldn't take it anymore. I was so upset. And I did listen to them when I was pregnant with Bryn. Because I had that like stereo system and I was like, well, guess what I did? I was like so pissed off that I bought every friggin' Backstreet Boys CD. I went and I bought every single Backstreet Boys CD. I have every single one. Like I listened to Backstreet Boys. That's what I would listen to because I was so upset that. And I think that's why Kevin has such ill feelings towards Justin.
because he feels like he's the one that broke up the group.
He says that every single time. He says, Nikki, why would I like Justin? He broke up NSYNC. You were so upset. That's what Kevin says. Like I shit you not. This when new kids decide that they're not going to want to do, because there's going to come a day that they're going to just say, we're going to hang it up. I don't know, guys.
Will there be a day though?
I don't know, guys.
I think there will, but I think it's going to be retirement.
Freaking hope so.
I think that's what it's going to be.
My heart can't take it no longer.
Think about it. So let's say they do. I mean, there was that one thing, that charity event that Joe did, and he gave away tickets for the next 15 years. John is about to turn 50.
Right.
So if they do 15 years, I mean, we're looking. The guys are going to be in their 60s. So I think when they hang it up, it's because like they're just done. It's time to retire.
My heart's still going to break.
I think I have a prediction though.
What?
My prediction.
What?
And this is a new kid's prediction, so like we'll just make it real quick on this one. But my prediction is we will see them at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
What are you talking about? Are you?
Oh, I'm for real.
Are we going to this together?
Well, we will, but no, that's my prediction.
Is this for Bryn's graduation?
When they get no, it'll be after that.
Okay,
they'll be like pushing 70.
Oh,
and it'll be like the Eat to the Beat concert series that they do there.
Birkin or Disney knowledge.
But you know who does those sorts of things?
Who?
Boys to Men, ABC, BBD. But then also like Herman's Hermits.
Oh.
And like,
are they
like Davy Jones did that?
And you and me
Before he passed.
Oh,
rest in peace.
R.I.P.
So it would be like the Epcot Food and Wine Festival or the Flower and Garden Festival, because that's like the Flower Power series. But that's usually like 60s.
Okay.
But anyway,
so what are they going to call like the 80s and 90s series?
I don't know, but I think that we'll see them or some incarnation of them, maybe like 3 of them.
What about NSYNC though?
We're gonna meet back in 20 years, and this is gonna happen.
Okay. Let's transition it back to NSYNC. Do we think that they'll ever get back together?
No, I do not.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I have hope. I do have a little hope.
I don't want to give you any false hope, Christine.
I know.
Don't give me any false hope, Christine. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because Justin's on tour for a while right now. Because I'm still a Justin girl. So I think I had an easier transition time, by the way, because of that.
Yeah, because Lance was like gone. I'm like, where is he? I can't find him anywhere.
Yeah.
Answer your email. I am Poofu. Answer your email.
Yeah. No, for
real.
You know,
JC had one solo album, so the JC Girls may have been okay for a while, but then where did he go? And I love me some JC too. And I actually prefer his voice over Justin's. I like Justin altogether, but JC's voice is amazing. Why doesn't he still sing?
Please sing me some Richard Marx,
anyway.
JC. Please sing me some Richard Marx. You can sing me all the Richard Marx. Gets me right there. Makes me feel the feels.
I don't think they'll ever get back together, but I am going to say that, and I know you're a Justin girl. However, 4 of the 5 can get back together, and I'd be cool with that.
As would I.
That would
And
be
I think
totally
that they
fine.
could do it no problem. I'm just going to put that out there.
Them.
You what?
I would go. Definitely go.
Mm-hmm.
But I still, okay, I'm going back to my hope. I think maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, there could be something. I don't know if Justin meant it. Okay, now I'm going to the star ceremony. Should we just talk about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that.
Did you now? Brooke has not seen the star ceremony.
No, I
She's
haven't.
been on vacation. She hasn't seen anything.
I was on vacation, and I haven't had time this week to really look at anything.
It's okay. I've seen everything twice.
Okay, you've got to watch it because it was amazing. And Justin kind of left it with, "We'll see what the future holds," or "I'm excited about what the future holds." I should have watched it again so I knew exactly what he said.
Just remember, we
kind of
didn't think New Kids were going to get back together either.
We didn't because they were pretty adamant that they weren't going to.
Right.
You know, seeing them together, and I know, Brooke, you were on vacation, but Nikki, you and I were kind of chatting during the ceremony because we were hot messes, right?
Seeing them together was like, I thought they were going to sing for me, and they didn't.
Why didn't they sing?
JC did.
JC did a little bit.
He got up and goes, "It's gonna be me," only the way that JC could.
I love him.
So seeing them together, it was amazing, right? It gives you all the feels, and I don't know. I have the same kind of feels as when New Kids got back together. Just seeing them on that little show, and then seeing them on Ellen when they popped out. I mean, we all knew it was happening, but it almost takes your breath away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love them so much together. And I guess maybe that's where my hope comes from.
I have to say that it did not give me the same feelings as when I saw New Kids on the Block get back together.
No.
It was completely different only because New Kids on the Block were together. Like,
that is the difference, right? Because they came back and they were together.
Joey McIntyre broke my heart into a million pieces on Bands Reunited. My heart was broken. And like I said, I didn't even know it was him until just recently that I had blocked it out of my memory. That's how bad it was. Like, I was so upset. Kevin goes, "I remember." And like seeing them come back together, and I was like, oh my God, this is happening. And so every year I would be like, "Brooke, we have to go. What if this is the last one? Like, I need to be there. I need to make sure we're there."
Every time.
Damn it, we did.
Yeah.
every single time she would go. Even though the one that we went to before this one, you were just like, "Meh, I'm kind of over it."
Yeah, I'm done.
She was like over it, and I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, I was like,
She was over it.
I was over it. I was like, how long can we do this? Like,
Well, it was just because, number one, there was a lady in back of us that kept puking.
oh my God.
It was not a choice scenario.
It wasn't. I mean, the seat. I don't want to say we had bad seats because that would make me sound like a brat.
We didn't have horrible seats, but they weren't like what we had before.
Right.
Because once you go there, you can't go back. You can't. You just can't. That sounds like a bratty thing to say.
And people can, and they do, but it's different, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because obviously, like, not everybody can afford to do
Correct.
bar stools.
we
and
couldn't.
whatever every time.
No way. We wouldn't have been able to do that.
No way.
The cruise? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
I just gave Brooke a stack of cash this big. And I really wanted to go like this to her. But I didn't. I'll do it later.
But, you have to save up and plan for that stuff. And, I was over it. I was over it.
Isn't that sad, Christine?
It's sad, but look at her now. Look how far you've come in less than a year from being over it a couple of years ago to going on the tour. Okay, you're into it. We're doing the podcast. You said no to the cruise. And now we're all cruising.
I'm excited to cruise.
And now she's like,
And now you're excited.
But here's the thing, like, this is what I'm most excited about.
what's that?
And we won't talk about it long because we're tangenting really bad.
No, it's okay.
But I'm most excited for the cruise. I mean, not NSYNC, New Kids. That's going to be like the cherry on top. I'm excited to cruise with friends. Like,
Well, yeah.
cool, like that's what I'm most excited about is cruising with cool girls.
Yep.
And then New Kids is the cherry on top.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's how we all are.
But that's what's got me excited.
But I honestly think that's like how most people are. Don't you think?
That's not what I thought before. That's what's different. That's what's changed. Before I was like, I'm going to go on a cruise ship and everyone's just going to be chasing after these guys.
Oh.
That's how I perceived it. I didn't see like the sisterhood.
Oh yeah. It's
At
better than the
all.
traveling pants one.
I really didn't see that. I only thought like everyone's going to be competing.
I mean, I can't wait to like do our door decorations and
Yeah.
like if I get a chance to get a selfie, cool. But if not, I honestly don't care.
That's how I feel.
Honestly.
I'm not.
You know what I'm excited about? Sleeping on the friggin' balcony.
You know what I'm excited about?
What's that? Joey come into our room and me.
Hey. And waking you up and having you say, what, Joey back there,
It's never gonna happen, but
I'm just excited to like hang out,
yeah.
get some sun.
Have some drinks.
I'm not going to drink.
Really?
Yeah. I can't.
Really?
Yeah. Any drink that I have lately makes me fall asleep and not feel good. I feel like I'm going to drink my water and I'm not
a big drinker either, but I will have the occasional cocaine lady if they have those on board.
I mean, like, I might have a glass of wine with dinner or something,
I can't have wine. I'll go right to sleep.
but that's
Yep.
it. Like, that's it.
And tequila makes my clothes come off.
Get Nikki all the tequila.
That is my alter ego. If you would like to see my alter ego come out,
I can't do tequila.
the last time I had tequila,
Your clothes came off?
well, you were there. That was the last time I had tequila.
Wait, I don't remember.
No, the last time I had tequila was with you guys. I had tequila at that restaurant.
Oh, you kept your clothes on though.
Yeah, but I didn't have that much. My 21st birthday had a lot of tequila.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up on Brooks Hood.
Of my car.
Yes.
On her hood.
Oh, yeah. And like we've talked before, in a hotel room full of 30 airport maintenance workers. I don't know. They were all man. They were all dudes.
All man. They were all man.
And there's a picture of me somewhere floating around of me and all these dudes behind me. And some of them don't have shirts on. All they have are those orange reflective vests.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how I got there.
Let's find that picture
It's in a book somewhere.
and post it.
Never.
Post it.
So Star Ceremony was great. We actually have a really good story from one of the gals that was in the front row there with holding up the hearts that you and I were talking about.
I cannot wait to hear
It's
about it.
Effing amazing.
I have not
Because
previewed any of these.
if I were in LA, I would have totally gone.
Yep. She
Totally.
she slept there. Like she
Oh my
camped
gosh.
out.
Hardcore.
We would have that was us. We would have done a lot of things,
We would have.
you know?
Did she sleep like on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Did she have like a cardboard box or something?
Yes.
Wow.
So Ellen, not to keep, but Ellen was pretty good too. We
Yeah.
talked a little bit about Ellen.
I did see part of Ellen.
I love Ellen anyway.
I love Ellen.
The Q&A session, or like the Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
Okay, Justin, who was the Spice Girl? Come on.
Who was Spice Girl? Yeah, I've heard two rumors. One that was Baby Spice, and the other one about Victoria Beckham. I don't know.
I thought it would be Ginger.
Ginger.
I don't know. It seems like.
I don't know.
I felt like I had heard a rumor about Baby Spice.
Oh, really?
Emma. Yeah.
Emma. Yeah. Sure. Go for it, Justin.
Whatever you want.
You ready?
Stop. You sound just like it.
Also, JC.
You lie.
You know what you did. Don't say that you have never hooked up with a fan.
You surely have.
Everybody else was like, yeah, I have.
But Chris kind of gave him a look when he said because he turned around and he's like, "What? You said never?" So he may have been.
Come on, JC.
Bullshit.
I mean, I love you. I love you to pieces.
Yeah.
Let's just talk. You were a big part of my life for a long time. Sent you guys a wedding invitation. Did you get it?
We celebrated your birthday.
We sure as hell
Did you see that?
With a cake.
Your 24th birthday.
That chocolate cake was divine.
Yeah, it was.
It was a mayonnaise cake. It was the first mayonnaise cake we ever made.
It was?
Yes, it was. Because I was like, kind of,
delish.
I don't know if this is going to be good because it has mayonnaise in it. And it was amazing. Did you see the cake that we made? The picture that we posted?
I remember seeing the picture, yes, of you guys with the cake.
I think we had an ice cream cake for Lance's birthday.
Possibly.
On May 4th.
Possibly. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you. So, shall we? Christine, was there anything else that you wanted to discuss?
Well, one more thing. Especially because Brooke wasn't here, so I don't think she knows. So the Friday before the star ceremony, so I think a lot of people were starting to get in an NSYNC mood, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking a lot about them and kind of planning out my little NSYNC weekend. And so I took my NSYNC meme that I made for that It's Gonna Be May meme for the group, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm going to tweet it to NSYNC and see what happens. Shout out to Nikki because, the shirt.
That was a legit Photoshop.
That was
job.
I got that.
Photoshop.
Yes. So go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. So it looked like, if you hadn't seen the meme, it says, screw May, it's going to be me. It has a picture of me pointing to my shirt, and it has a picture of NSYNC that Nikki Photoshopped. And it was amazing. So it was pretty cool. I dug it, so I decided I was going to tweet it just to see what happened. I didn't think I would get anything except for maybe whoever runs the NSYNC social media, maybe, to do something. But within less than 5 minutes, Chris had liked it, and probably 10 or 15 minutes, Joey retweeted it.
Joey.
I love Joey too, and I'd love to try his hot dogs.
I was freaking out that night. That was a good night. Because,
Fun.
I'm thinking, oh my God, it's a picture of me. And now Joey has retweeted it.
That's amazing.
That's fun.
And I'm still every now and then getting a like or a retweet just randomly.
That's amazing.
It was crazy. That made me happy. It made me
yeah,
happy.
because it was.
That's cool.
He friggin' retweeted it.
Right. Well, that's like
He didn't just
huge.
like it. He friggin' retweeted it.
He looked at your face.
Right. He said,
Absolutely.
I like this. Retweet. That's what he did.
I like it.
Yeah. I like this girl.
I like this
screw
picture.
May.
I like this girl.
Retweet.
Hey, that's a great T-shirt.
Hey, wait. Did we ever have that T-shirt? I don't think we did.
No, we probably did. We had everything.
So people were like, hey, I like that T-shirt. Where'd you get it?
Yeah, they did.
And I was like, that's a Nikki Schreier custom right there.
That's amazing.
That was legit.
It was legit. I actually think that you sent it to me when you did it. I think you said, look what I photoshopped. And it was amazing. You were proud.
I was.
You did a great job.
I'm not going to lie. Like, normally I don't because I Photoshop a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Let's
but we share like amongst each other.
Right. But I took pride in that because I did it very quickly.
And it was amazing.
But I also
it looked like a real shirt.
Hey.
It really did.
You need a shirt photoshopped? I'm your gal.
That's funny.
Yes. So, yeah, that was awesome.
Sure was.
Should we look at the merch?
Yes. Is
Let's
that
look at
cool?
merch.
Is this a good time?
I was the queen of the NSYNC merchandise. I was. I didn't get a whole lot of it when New Kids were on the Block were around. I had some like laces, I had some marbles, I had a couple things here and there. I had like one t-shirt that was too tight for me. I got to wear it like once. But there was something else I had. I had a lot of posters and stuff in my room.
Right.
But when you're younger and you're living in with your mom and your dad and you have a pretty good job, you have a disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that money and I just said, here, take my money. Take it all.
Hey, Claire's.
Hey, Claire's Boutique. Take my money. I don't need it.
Hey, Best Buy. Heard you have some bobbleheads.
Yep. Oh, Toys R Us. You have Barbies that are NSYNC? Sign me up.
I'm on it.
Posters. I'm going to collect the whole series of every single poster series. So with that, there was one thing in the room that I had at my parents' house when I moved back in with my parents for a short time. I'd gone through some stuff, and right before I met Kevin, moved back in with my parents. They were like, well, sorry, we've already made your room the den, so you can have the room you had when you were a baby, which was like a shoebox. And I covered that friggin' room. That was when my mom didn't care, because like they were going to be redoing that room anyway. There wasn't a section of that room. I mean, I've posted that picture.
Yeah, you have.
You can see all the NSYNC posters. And it was like that the whole way around the room. So when we moved out, which was when Kevin and I, right before we got married, we moved in together. And I was taking down my posters and I was going to throw them away. And so this was when NSYNC was done. Because we got married in 2004 and NSYNC was done in like 2003?
Or 2.
2002?
2002. Yeah. I think they may have done something in 2003. Maybe not.
Yeah, they did that tour that we didn't go to in 2002, which we
Right,
could not
Celebrity Tour
freaking
was
believe. We
2002.
did not go.
You didn't go
Celebrity.
to the celebrity tour?
No,
that
there
was
was a
my
reason
favorite
why.
one.
What was it?
There was a reason why.
There was a reason why we've been trying to figure out what it is. So anyway, I had taken all my posters down, and I want to say they were either like by the garbage can or close to it, and Kevin said absolutely not, or I don't even think he said anything. He just took them and put them away. And I came across them like 6 or 7 years ago, and I was like, I thought I threw these away, and he's like, no, I would never let you throw that away.
He's a national treasure.
I mean, come on.
So
today we went to his parents' house. Okay. And I said, I feel like my NSYNC stuff is here. Like, I don't know why. And I mean, his parents' house is quite a drive to go and just check out something. Sorry, I've got something here for just a couple minutes. But that's what we did. He's like, no, let's find this. If you guys are doing an NSYNC episode, this is the perfect time to find this. And we hit the friggin' jackpot. Let me tell you. First of all, nobody else is going to be able to see this, but do you see how many posters there are there?
I see all the posters.
And
Justin.
There's Justin.
Oh, he's so cute.
I have that whole series, the whole like red series. So there's Justin. I've got these.
So I never even saw these. Like, because I was 22 and I was living with my boyfriend. Like, I couldn't have put posters up. He wouldn't. That would not have really been cool. So I've never even seen these before, besides like, Pinterest pop-ups.
Brooke and I, when we were in our apartment, we had all of the No Strings Attached.
We had all the red ones.
We had all the red ones, and then we had all the No Strings Attached ones.
Yeah, we
too.
had several in our living room.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we decorated like a boss. But,
Yeah, we did.
So I have all of those still. There's Lance. So I also have
This is crazy.
multiple. There's still like 6 more that are still
Like, never been opened.
never been opened. So yeah, so these are going up in my new office. As soon as I saw Winterland, I was like, oh, these are all NSYNC posters. So he kept all of these. Like all of them, he kept them for me.
That's amazing.
Oh.
And he put them with his Star Wars stuff. So
Perfect.
it was perfect. And I'm glad that he kept all his Star Wars stuff too.
Yeah.
So also, he was like, you know what? At the house, I have 2 bins of NSYNC stuff that you didn't sell. Like, I kept those because I did sell a bunch of stuff in the yard sale. But Brooke came across something. We'll first show her what the outside container is.
Okay, so the outside, it's like this jewelry box.
Okay.
It's
So
an
it's
NSYNC
just-
jewelry box.
Yeah, just like typical NSYNC stuff.
Yeah.
And I opened it, and
Okay.
there's stuff inside
And so she's going to surprise me. I have no idea what's
that like
inside.
hasn't been looked at for years.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
So, okay.
Oh my God.
First, I have
What is that?
a pin, like American flag pins.
Oh, that was the era.
That must have been from September 11th.
That was the era.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
a Bex button.
So this isn't from NSYNC, but that was my old airline, Business Express.
Oh.
We mean business. And my 21st birthday, they closed. They actually merged with American, which was why all those maintenance workers were there. Because we were the last stop. Bangor, Maine was the last stop for Business Express. So they had a big party. Just happened to be my 21st birthday. So I got to reap those rewards
All right.
over and over and over.
So we have some earrings. Oh, wait, we have a bracelet.
What is that?
A Weight Watchers bracelet?
Oh.
That's a Weight Watchers bracelet.
I don't know. Didn't
And-
quite work out.
Some earrings, just various hoops.
Oh, yeah. I was all about the hoops.
Some Christmas
Representing the
earrings.
hoop.
Christmas earrings. Excellent.
They look like they might be from Avon or something.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, look, it's Santa. He has like moving pieces.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think I've ever worn those. These were the staple. I used to wear these all the time. I still do. Oh, creative memories.
From when she was a creative memories consultant.
And I just bought all the stuff for
A little
myself. Do you know what creative memories is?
I had totally forgotten about it. But yes, I knew a couple people who did that. Is that still going? I think it still is, isn't
They
it?
closed and I guess they reopened. But I will
Oh.
never scrapbook again.
A charm.
It's a flip flop.
Sure is.
Is there any NSYNC stuff in there?
I don't know.
Oh.
Not yet. Buttons.
Oh my God.
What?
It's me.
Oh, I can't see. Over. That's
I have
not
a
an NSYNC button.
huge bruise on my arm. Look.
Oh my God. Yeah, you do.
And my skin color is vampire. That is why I always tanned. This is when I played field hockey.
You have buttons.
Oh,
over
yeah.
your side.
Like, well, so my gramp would always buy my buttons because, like, it was a thing. You would have your, like, boosters would put buttons out for you. And I was always scared that, like, no one would buy my buttons. You know what I mean?
So Gramp did.
So Gramp would always buy my buttons, but what they didn't tell you is that, like, they would make more. So, like, I have, like, 4 of one. Because he would see it and he would buy another one. You know?
Yeah.
What? Did you find something?
I found something from your cruise.
For my cruise?
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, we're going on the same boat. Let me see.
It is a Diamonds International bracelet that you get for free
Oh,
when you visit Diamonds International.
let's see. We can do that on our cruise.
Nice.
And then you can go to the other ports and go in and you can get a free charm.
I did not know
And
that.
they're like plastic gold.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Is there any NSYNC stuff in there?
Nope.
All right.
So then we have down here,
Oh,
you have, we'll go quick,
okay.
a brooch.
Oh,
Do
Another-
not put it on your NSYNC shirt.
no way.
Another brooch.
I don't know where these brooches came from.
And a beautiful necklace.
Oh, it's a, what's it called? A puka shell
Like a
necklace.
puka shell necklace.
That's Kevin's.
Oh, Lord.
Now that's super 90s right there.
He should wear
That's
that. That looks really small.
he was a small dude when I
Looks
met
like
him.
a choker.
He was like,
He's skinny.
he was so skinny.
I mean, tall.
Tall,
But-
but yeah.
That's so funny. That's it. That's all she wrote.
I mean, I still liked him. I like him now, just the way he is.
No, what's that? That's it.
Well,
I'm gonna
that
put
was
that back in.
interesting. But
That was
there's more.
interesting.
There's more NSYNC stuff.
There is more NSYNC stuff.
So, here, you can put this back. We'll take pictures so you guys can see what we're talking about. So there's this.
Oh, the lunchbox.
I have 2 of
Wait.
these puppies.
Oh, I was trying to see the picture on it.
Oh.
Chris looks weird. Does Chris look weird? He looks weird. Hair looks funny.
That's when he like stopped wearing the braids. He like the first time he stopped
me
wearing
see.
braids. Nope. Sorry, Joey's way too young for that.
That's before braids.
This is tearing up my
So
heart.
before break.
This is tearing up my heart. That was the tattoo I was gonna get. Right there.
Right there.
I kind
That's the
of-
flame.
Maybe I should still get it.
Nobody
Just
would know
for
what it
old
is
time's
now.
sake. So what's
Nobody
inside
would know
here?
what it is.
So there's like a strap that you can.
That's a strap for this,
Yep.
and it has like I don't know what this is.
OMG.
What is that? What is that?
That's...
Oh yes.
Okay. So this is Joey. I don't know why I have Joe. I know why.
I know why.
I got this because Joey McIntyre.
Right.
It's kind of rusty.
Oh,
But
It's in the same style.
I used
as
to
Lance.
wear this on my wrist.
Used
Yikes,
to.
It doesn't fit anymore.
Used
And
to.
then
Well,
I would wear my Lance
made-
necklace. So even though it was like Joey Fatone, I knew who it was really for.
Right. I feel like you wore it to the Joy McIntyre concert.
I'm sure I did. Look at Lance. I love that. Woo! Woo! By the way, I have the complete set of cards.
Yes, you do.
Like all of them. So that's that. What else do we have? Do we have anything else?
So in here,
Oh yeah.
you had the blanket, or
So
one
do
of
you
the
see
three.
the blanket behind us?
I was eyeing the blanket. The blanket is amazing there on the couch.
Well,
I've got
that's,
another one in here.
that's one of three.
Yes. So there's the blanket. And then I have the miniature marionettes as well
Oops,
as
sorry.
the large marionettes. And this is when KB Toys went out of business.
It is. How sad.
Oh,
So
So Christine, thank you for coming on.
thank you so much.
We really
Thank you
appreciate
so much
it.
for having me. I'm sorry I don't get to stay and read the stories, but I will happily listen to them later on.
Hey,
Sounds
that's okay.
great.
Sounds great.
I can't wait to read them.
Are you ready to read some stories?
I'm ready to read some stories.
This is going to be a long episode, but I think it's going to be cool.
It's gonna be totally awesome.
It is.
Christine,
Bye, lady.
you the real deal.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
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 So we ended up coming back today, which is Saturday, to read our fan stories.
Yes, we did.
It's what we needed to do.
We were a little tired, if we're going to be
We
completely
were.
honest.
We were, and the thing is that when you come back from being away, even if like,
Do you want me to start? Or want me to read Rachel's?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Cool. Let's do that up. I will read Rachel's story. It is titled Sucked into NSYNC.
And she has told us that she has many more that she is going to send us.
And many more.
I'm very excited.
All right, here we go. My love for NSYNC started summer of 1998. My friend Suzanne calls me up and says we are going to Irving Plaza to see NSYNC. My response to her...
I'm so sorry. That came out with no warning. You guys, I'm sorry. Sorry if I just made you pee your pants. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
Continue.
God bless you.
And also with you.
My response to her was, who was in sync? She explains to me about Justin and JC from Mickey Mouse Club who are in the group, and that she loved JC since Mickey Mouse Club, and we have to go see them.
He had her at Now and Forever, Richard Marx.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
Remember that? Do you remember?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
We've talked about this quickly. I remember watching a Mickey Mouse Club marathon in your parents' bedroom.
Yes, I still don't recall that.
I recall
But
it
I
like
totally,
yesterday.
I totally believe you.
I don't know why we were in your parents' bedroom.
It's kind of weird, but that's all right.
I feel like there was a time when they had cable only in their bedroom.
That sounds illegal.
But it sounds like it could be possible.
Like,
was there ever a time that, like, you got in trouble and they took the cable away from the living room? Because they weren't home. Yeah, I just remember hanging out on their bed.
Yep.
Watching. And this was, like, during the NSYNC days. And,
wait. Like, when we were older?
Oh, yeah, we were older.
Oh, no.
We
what
were, like,
in the world? What were we doing in my parents? Maybe it was just like, we just want to lay down and watch TV.
I don't know. Either way, I remember it very, very vividly. It was like a marathon.
Maybe my dad was watching TV out in the living room.
Maybe.
That's what it was. My dad was probably shirtless on the couch watching TV in the living room and was like, go watch it in the other room. So if it was during our NSYNC days, I had moved back home. So there was no cable in my room.
Right.
There was cable in my old bedroom, but there wasn't cable in the small little shoebox room.
Right.
So yeah, that's probably what it was. We just figured that out. Cub Scout.
So, this reminded me of this story.
Oh.
I really didn't want to go see a New Kids on the Block wannabe group, but she reminded me that I've dragged her all over New York City for things for Donnie. So I agreed to go.
Good friend.
We didn't have tickets to the show because, according to Ticketmaster, they were sold out, but we went anyway. Once we got there, we found out there were still tickets, so we bought them and went in. Once NSYNC hit the stage, my jaw hit the floor. I was amazed by their moves and asked Suzanne who was who. Mm-hmm. She told me, and I was instantly drawn to Joey. I asked her their ages next, and she went down the line. I was sucked into NSYNC from that moment on.
Hey.
A few weeks later, we find out NSYNC is doing a signing at the Virgin Megastore. I begged a friend of mine who lived closer to go get me a wristband so I can go. Once she got there, it was sold out, but Suzanne had gotten one and we both decided to say that I lost my wristband. I had the receipt and it was timestamped with a time and date when I bought it. Well, once we got there, I went and spoke to someone working there. He said, check back in a bit. Okay, so I waited just before Suzanne went downstairs and walked over to the same guy. This time, he yelled at me and told me to go away. I started to cry. I had convinced myself my story was true, and I knew I wasn't going to get downstairs. Once the line had cleared, I walked over to someone this time inside the store and explained my story. He tells me to stay put, and he goes and talks to someone. He then comes back and says, you're the last one, and takes me downstairs. While I'm waiting, I met these girls, and we make small talk. They tell me they know the hotel where NSYNC was staying and told me the name of the hotel. What?
Hey.
After the signing, I find Suzanne and tell her about the hotel, so we go find the address, and we go. We were sitting in the lobby very quietly and acting casual. When walking across the lobby, we see Joey. My heart starts beating a mile a minute, and we calmly walk over to him asking for a photo, and he agrees. Photo attached. We look like two deers in headlights, but it's one of my favorite photos. Rachel,
that's an awesome story. Thank you for sharing it.
That is an awesome story, and I do love that photo because
they look very surprised.
They do. You both look very surprised.
Yes.
But you probably were. I mean, you were like, oh my God, it's Joey.
Right.
And he was like, hey.
And he was like,
I
got my Superman necklace on.
Ready to roll.
I'm ready to go.
That was an awesome story. Rachel.
Awesome story, Rachel.
Thank you. And we look forward to hearing more.
We do. Because this isn't going to be the last NSYNC.
No, we'll have to do follow-ups.
Yeah.
I mean, NSYNC was a huge part of our lives.
Sure was.
So.
Even though we didn't make it to Celebrity. That's so weird.
Something was going on.
We still haven't figured it out.
There was something going on that weekend. I don't know what it was, but there would have had to have been something. And all I can think of is like there was a family wedding or there was something.
Who got married in 2002?
I have a lot of cousins that are like 10 years older than me. Mm-hmm. And that would make sense, that timeline.
Mm-hmm. So weird.
Yep.
All right. So here's the story. And again, thank you, Rachel, for sending your story. We appreciate that.
Very much.
This is a different Rachel that submitted a story. And here we go.
Sounds good.
Here it is. When I was in the 5th grade, I was contemplating something. I was in band and my friends were all quitting. I was contemplating quitting as well because my friends were. I was already a huge NSYNC fan. Then NSYNC released Music of My Heart. That made my decision clear. I had to stay in band. If it wasn't for that song, I wouldn't have met my best friend, and I wouldn't have met a lot of really good people in my life, and I wouldn't have had one of my 2 happy places in high school. Thank you for sending that story, Rachel.
Rachel, that's awesome. I love it. And I love that song. I like that song. I felt like that was...
It's okay.
I felt like it was a turning point for them a little bit.
It was, yeah.
Like, maybe people started taking it more seriously.
Yeah, Gloria Estefan, you know.
She's the real deal.
Okay.
So, we want me to read the next one?
Yeah.
This is Kelly's NSYNC story.
Here we go.
I first heard of NSYNC when they performed at the Orlando Bands Together concert in the parking lot of the Hard Rock Cafe on March 15th, 1998. My friend and I were in the front row and went to the concert to see Backstreet Boys and LFO. When they announced NSYNC, we were like, who? Wait a minute, I gotta back up for a second.
Back up.
I felt like NSYNC was really big before LFO.
Me too. They weren't?
Well, she went to see Backstreet Boys and LFO, and they announced NSYNC, and she was like, who? But maybe just in her, like, realm and circle.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember LFO. Like, I don't... Here's my first memory of LFO. I was working at American Eagle in the back room.
Yep.
And that song came on.
Wow. That was a good song, though.
And I could always sing, New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. And I think it's fly when the girls walk by for the summer. For the summer. I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
What? You worked at American Eagle. That was like they were singing about your competition.
I didn't really know what Abercrombie and Fitch was.
We didn't have a store then.
No.
But I knew it was like a store.
Yeah.
We didn't know how bad it stunk.
I actually never went in Abercrombie and Fitch. Never once.
Really?
No.
I remember when they first opened, the entire mall smelled like that cologne. Because they used to like spray it. Like outside.
Did they spray the clothing too? Maybe?
I'm sure they did. The entire mall.
I remember when you got me that sweatshirt.
I remember when I got you that sweatshirt too.
I friggin' still have it.
I know you do.
It's holding on to dear life.
I keep holding on. Holding.
Holding. That's what he does.
That sounded like a ghost. Like a singing ghost.
Oh.
All right. Let's get back to the story.
All right. Sorry, Kelly.
Then all the girls around us were screaming for Justin, and we were like, which one's Justin? We had no clue. But they put on a good show, and their music was good, so we ended up becoming fans.
Hey, why not, right?
Absolutely. The first time I met all of NSYNC was on May 4th, 1998.
Hey, that's Lance Bass's birthday. Hey, you, Lance Bass. I know your birthday. What's going on, man? He was 18 years old. Nope, 19.
19. Yeah, because he was born in 79.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Just like me.
My friend and I were in Orlando and heard on the radio that they were going to make an appearance at the Virgin Megastore at Downtown Disney the following day.
They really like that Virgin Megastore.
Sure did. We didn't have money for a hotel room to stay the night, and we didn't have money to drive home and back the next day, so we ended up sleeping in the car. That will explain why I look so ratchet in my photos with the guys.
Oh.
But it's the only picture I ever got with Justin, so they were all super nice, took pictures, signed autographs, and chatted with everyone there. I'm horrible with remembering timelines, and if I don't have it written down, I have no clue. But my friend and I would always stop by TransCon to see people we had become friends with whenever we were in Orlando. We stopped by one day, and JC, Lance, and Justin were there. We went down to the lobby and just hung out and chatted with JC and Lance. What?
That just casually stated. We just hung out.
Just chatted with them.
Just, NBD.
We took pics, and I was crushed that my picture with Lance didn't turn out.
Aww.
The flash didn't go off, so it's just our silhouettes. But at least my picture with JC and Lance both turned out. Those are the olden days.
Yeah.
When you'd have to go develop pictures.
When you were like, I hope these came out okay.
Right.
You didn't know.
You had no idea.
Oh, that's like, gives me anxiety.
For real. I know. I remember having a long conversation with Lance about his South Park shirt and Mr. Hanky. Suddenly, the elevator doors opened and Justin stepped off and stormed through the doors to the parking garage. JC excused himself and went after him. Never did find out what happened, but had a nice time chatting with Lance. So a while later, we were in Orlando and drove by Transcon Studios. We saw Chris, but he didn't know us from Adam, so we asked him if Lance or JC was around.
Can I pause for just one moment?
Yeah.
Do you remember me trying to look up transcontinental airplane stuff? And I was so confused because I knew that they were an airline.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find any information on Transcontinental Airline. Supposedly, it was started off as an airline, and then come to find out, it never was an airline.
It never was.
And I was looking up the stuff, trying to figure out, because I mean, I had all that thing that has like all the, even like previous airline.
Yeah.
There was no transcontinental. Even for private charter flights, like I was looking it up, because it would be identified by the business.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't find it.
I kind of remember that. And that was like, I mean,
I didn't think anything. I was just like, oh, well,
That's weird.
I guess I can't find it. I
Right.
guess it's just not going to be. And maybe that was the case too. But, I mean, come to find out, there was no.
Right. There was a big.
What was it that he like took a picture of the plane? Like he took a picture of a plane and it was like a toy?
Like a toy plane?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'll have to watch that again.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah, so weird.
It was weird. A short while later, the door opened and JC came out, saw and recognized us, and came over and gave us hugs. We chatted for a while. They were waiting on Joey to get there. He said they were recording the song Just Got Paid by Johnny Kemp.
That's one of my favorites.
I told him I knew it, but I couldn't think of how it went, so he proceeded to sing it for me.
Oh, you want me? Would you like me to reenact it?
Just got paid.
Just got paid.
Friday night.
Friday night. Party hopping. Feeling right.
It reminds me of Confetti.
Yes. And then that part. I don't know what that's impossible, but when I wake up on the mic, I know unstoppable. It's probable. When we have voices laid down, we'll be bobbing the head to that ill-timed sound. Dancing had me pain. The check is in the mail, I got it made.
Yeah.
And you notice that smells like Kool-Aid, because I just got paid. On the floor, rocking to the beat.
You're going to leave that in, right?
Always. That's your favorite JC part. I just sang it for you.
You're going to leave it in?
I'm sorry. I just needed to do that because that was like one of our favorite songs.
I know. Please leave it in.
Okay, I will.
Okay. I told him I knew it, but I couldn't think of how it went, so he proceeded to sing it for me.
What the what?
I know. I had my little photo album with pictures when we met previously, and he wanted to see them. Knowing how horrible I looked in the photos, I tried to put my hand over my face, and JC ended up taking it from me and taking off, running across the parking lot with it.
Wait, what?
With me chasing him, yelling, JC, no, give it back. It was really funny. He didn't care that I looked like crap in the pics. Once JC said he had to get back inside, we asked him if he could get Lance for us. He pretended to be mad and said, I know you're not asking me to go get another member of NSYNC, and stormed off. We kept yelling, we love you, JC. A few minutes later, the door opened and Lance was literally pushed out the door and stumbled.
We made you a cake, JC.
We really did. No clue what was going on, and JC said, here, and went back inside. Lance looked around, saw us, and recognized us and ran over and hugged us.
Aww.
We chatted with him a while. He asked us to make a sign and hold it up at the next concert we were going to at the Florida Mall. He wanted to say, Lance, you have a nice ass. Lance Bass ass.
Hey, I had a whole website. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe I had an email address, too, to go along with it.
Maybe
I emailed you at I am poo-foo.
Yes, you did.
Maybe you responded.
I hope that Lance listens to this.
I hope so, too! Lance.
I think he will.
Lance. I think he will. Could you imagine? I love him.
He's incredible.
Oh, man.
I have seen him.
Whew.
He looks great.
Whew. Lance.
I'm getting better with age.
How you doing?
He's fly. At the Florida Mall performance, we held up the sign and Lance spotted us. Joey read it, made Lance turn around, checked it out, and then gave us the thumbs up. After the show, they did an autograph signing. Security was ridiculous, and the line was crazy long, so we just stood off to the side behind a barricade, and I took some pictures. Lance looked over and smiled at me, and when they got up to leave, JC pushed past their security guard, who was being a jerk, and came over to me and gave me a hug.
JC Chazé, are you for reals?
For reals. I have so many other stories of brief encounters, but I think those are my favorite because it was the first time we meet them and the other 2 times. It was just us and them and no other fans or people. I'm sure that those experiences are why JC and Lance are my favorites. I haven't seen or met any of them or gone to a concert of theirs since summer of 99, but I had some amazing experiences and unforgettable memories.
That's awesome.
And she has all the pictures.
And do you see that shirt that JC is wearing?
Which one?
The Tommy Hilfiger one? Does that look familiar to you? The white one? I had that same shirt.
You did?
Yes, I did. I got it at Macy's.
Oh my God. And he looks so hot there.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for real.
Look, and he's wearing his necklace.
Oh my God.
Seriously, JC. Seriously.
I'm just looking through them all.
Oh, Kelly's wearing a Ennis. Is that how you'd say it?
I always said E-Nice.
E-Nice.
But that could be wrong. It might be Ennis.
Shirt. Kelly, tell us how we pronounce that, because I can't remember.
I like Lance's South Park shirt.
I'm in love with JC in this picture. Whoa. That just like grabbed my heart a little bit.
Did that do it for you?
Uh-huh.
I did it for you.
Well, these are awesome. You guys are going to have to check them out. They're
our website.
Awesome pictures. Justin's hair is so bleached.
It's like bleached right down to the scalp.
So is Lance's, though. That was the thing.
They must have just gotten it freshly done.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Kevin would do. He bleached that hair, and then like it would grow out because Kevin had like black hair.
Right. Right. Like really dark hair.
Mm-hmm. These are great. Thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome.
These are great. They're awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, Regina's story. Hey, ladies. My name is Regina, and I'm from Los Angeles. I've been a My So-Called Whatever fan since the beginning.
Oh, Regina!
Thanks. Actually, it's Gina. She emailed me and told me she only uses Regina at work. It's kind of like a Nicole MBNA thing.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Or when you're writing your diary about serious subjects.
Like the Gulf War.
Yes.
That was so sad. I was so scared.
You were so scared.
You guys will be able to, we'll be having an episode on that, but I wrote a whole like diary entry about the Gulf War and how scared I was. And Scud scared me.
And all your other diary entries, you signed Nikki.
This one?
And this one?
I signed my full name, Nicole. It was serious. It was a serious one. So this is Gina. Okay, Gina. And Gina's been a fan since the beginning.
That's awesome.
You're awesome, Gina. And I want to say thank you for coming up with such an amazing podcasting group. Oh, it sure makes my day at work better. Well, we really appreciate those kind words. Thank you. And I'm glad to contribute to the Facebook group as much as I can. I love that there's a podcast in a group that all of us in a certain age group can come together and reminisce. I'm also going on the NKOTB cruise.
Yay!
Woo! And can't wait to meet any other My So-Called Whatever fans. This is so exciting, Gina.
We're excited to meet you.
And she's been a fan since the beginning, though.
That's awesome.
I love it. She kept holding on.
I keep holding on.
Holding on. Okay, sorry. Now I'm excited to contribute to the podcast with my NSYNC story. So my NSYNC story, where do I begin? Well, it all started with the Mickey Mouse Club. I watched the Mickey Mouse Club, or MMC as it became known, from the very first episode, and was really bummed when it went off the air. On the show, JC was one of my favorites, and I had the opportunity to meet him at my local Target store during the MMC days.
What?
That's amazing. Did he sing any Richard Marx? Because when JC sings Richard Marx, hello. I am not sure if you remember when the MMC cast released an album and toured local Targets to promote it. Brooke, do you remember?
We didn't have a Target.
We didn't.
So there was no like promotions around here.
No. Did you remember them having an album?
Not them.
You remember the party.
Oh, yes.
But they were later, right? Or were they before? No, the party was before.
The party was like early new Mickey Mouse Club days.
Yes.
And that's when I watched it more.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really watch it as much when like JC and Justin and Brittany and them were on.
No,
Like,
I didn't either. I don't
kinda-
think I had the Disney Channel then.
I mean, I think we did, but I don't want to say, oh, I was too old for it. That's not the case.
No, it just
But,
different
like,
interests. You were in a different.
Exactly.
You were
So I
in
didn't
your
really
Pearl
watch it.
Jam thing, so you were like, I'm into Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder's not on the Mickey Mouse Club.
Right. And never will be.
No.
Although he should have been. Eddie Vedder can fit into anywhere.
I'm just picturing that. I don't know. Oh, maybe.
They'd make it work.
Maybe. Well, there was a meet and greet afterwards, and I got to meet JC. Sadly, this was before selfies, so I don't have a picture. Oh. So after MMC ended, I always wondered what happened to the cast. Well, in 1998, while randomly surfing channels, I started to watch this concert special on the Disney Channel. I totally remember this concert. I remember
loved
this
this concert.
I watched this concert multiple times.
Yes.
I had it on tape, and I watched it until the tape broke.
Yep. I loved this concert.
Yep.
I remember making my mom watch it, and she was like, yeah.
My parents watched it. My dad was like, these look like these guys that you used to like before. What were their names?
I won't say what my dad used to say about him.
Yeah.
I will not ever say.
No. Well, in 1998, I already said that. And there was JC and Justin from the Mickey Mouse Club. I was so excited. Now, as a lover of boy bands, I immediately fell in love with them and bought their album, and I've been hooked ever since. Oh, did you go and buy 2 or 3 like Brooke and I did when the album was released?
Just to help their sales.
Well, we were like, so we drove all the way to Augusta, which is like an hour away.
Because the Walmart was open.
Little did we know that Bull Moose was also open.
It was an adventure.
It was fun. Okay. For my 18th birthday in March 1999, my dad got me and my best friend tickets to see NSYNC in concert at the now gone Irvine Meadows Amphitheater in Irvine, California. I remember what I wore, my favorite pair of overalls and my chunky black Skechers boots. That's awesome. The concert was amazing, and Jordan Knight was the opening act, which was a huge added bonus since he is my favorite new kid. So Brooke and I went to this concert.
Yes.
And we saw them at the Tweeter Center or Great Woods.
Right.
And we had the worst seats. Do you remember the lady that came up to me at the Sunglass Hut and was like, oh, I was at that concert too. And she came back and brought me their photos. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
She was so sweet and she was so excited. And I
totally forgot about that until you said it.
I had my lanyard on.
Yes.
And she was like, oh my gosh, you like NSYNC? And I said, do I like NSYNC? I very well may write fan fictions while I sit here at the Sunglass. And so she went to Walmart, got the pictures, and came back and gave them to me.
I remember that.
That was so sweet. I'll never forget that. That was awesome.
Who was she?
I don't know. She was just some random woman with her daughter.
That was nice.
And they had amazing seats.
We did not.
No, we didn't.
But we had a great time.
We had an amazing time. But I remember you and I going, what the hell? The concert was amazing, and Jordan Knight was the opening act, which was a huge added bonus since he was my favorite new kid. I remember my dad waited in the parking lot for us, and when we got to the car, we were all smiles and had hoarse voices from screaming. My dad commented that all he could hear was screaming. The Irvine Meadows Amphitheater is an outdoor venue, and he said, these guys must be really good, and we said, yep. And I did not miss any of the following tours. And if they ever reunite, crossing my fingers for a Las Vegas residency, I will be there, and we will be there right with you.
I would be there too.
We will be there.
I would be there in a
Let's
second.
make a week out of it. Let's do it.
I would be there in a second.
Okay. I remember recording on the VCR everything they were on. I agree. I still have VCR tapes and seriously considered paying someone to convert them to DVD. Oh, that's a good idea. Now, how about that Madison Square Garden show on HBO?
I wore that out.
I have the DVD.
You do?
I do.
I don't even have a DVD player.
I don't either. I do in my car.
So Kevin can drive us around and we can watch it.
could DTR all night long and watch it.
Let's do that.
You want to?
That'd be fun.
We could Facebook Live while we do it.
That would be so fun.
Kevin could Uber, and we'll just be sitting in the back watching.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. We're just watching the Madison Square Garden show.
Oh, my God.
I remember telling my mom and brother that they were not allowed in the family room, the only room with cable, because I had to watch the concert live. We even went to our local IMAX theater and saw the concert there. What? I am super jealous about that. I also remember being so excited to pre-order their CDs and actually driving to the music store to pick them up in person. I remember going on LimeWire and downloading people's bootleg recordings from their concert. I remember Kaza.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what I would do. I bought everything else.
Right.
Because I bought multiple copies, obviously. But I wanted the like unreleased stuff. Give me the unreleased.
I remember the where was it, Bull Moose, that you could get the imports. I remember buying the imports. And there were a small handful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We would buy them. Yes, we would order them.
Would we order them from Bull Moose?
Yes. Sometimes they'd have them.
I remember them having them sometimes.
But we would go to different
music stores,
and we would order the imports. And I still have all of them.
I do too. I don't know where they are. Somewhere in my garage.
I have no idea where mine are.
But yes. And they were amazing.
And that's where one of my top 5 favorite NSYNC songs, If I'm Not the One.
I keep writing letters in my garbage can.
I still have that. I still have on my iPod some crazy remixes like the Temptations melody. I think I remember that.
I think I remember that too.
And I think it's on my iPod. I still have mine. 250 gigabyte. Oh, yeah.
You still have your iPod?
I sure do.
I don't know where mine is.
It's middle.
Yeah. I had the iPod mini.
I had the first one that first came out in 2004. I bought one.
Yes, I did not have the first one. I had the next one.
And then Kevin got me a bigger one. He took that one, but everything is on it.
Yeah. Wow.
I still have it. And it's up in my kitchen thing. Because I have that kitchen thing that was made for the first iPhone and iPods. It doesn't
work with anything now.
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Beatles melody. And a melody where they used all of their songs titles. I need to hear this ASAP. I don't think I remember that. Do you?
Where they used other songs. I don't.
For Christmases and birthdays, I always got NSYNC merch. I have tubs filled with everything from dolls to import CDs to magazines to clothing and blankets. You are my type of girl. Forever friends, forever NSYNC friends. As my fandom grew and my best friend started a Yahoo group called Loving Lance and JC. They were our favorites. I bet I belonged to it.
I bet I belonged to it.
I bet we did. And we actually had a ton of members. I remember posting about TV appearances and even song lyrics. Before we were even 21, me and a group of friends flew to Las Vegas to attend NSYNC's challenge for the Children's Celebrity Basketball Tournament. Why you went there?
I remember those.
I remember it. I still can't believe that our parents let us go to Vegas. I mean, we were over 18 and technically adults, but still. No, I totally get it. I had to lie to my mom when I went to LA. I had to tell her I had training. Now, post NSYNC is where some of the real fun began. Because we were older and had jobs and had money, me and my best friend were able to support the guys and travel to things that they were doing. Our first trip was to see Lance on Broadway in Hairspray. I am so upset that I wanted to go see that so bad.
That's amazing.
Hairspray was my favorite movie back in the day.
I loved that movie.
With Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
I like the other one too. And I like the one they did on TV. We were lucky enough to meet him at the stage door and got a really nice picture with him. And he could not have been nicer. In 2015, me and the bestie were at the Kelly Clarkson concert and saw that Lance had posted on social media that he was there with his husband, Michael. Oh, was that the one when she said she was pregnant?
I don't know.
My eagle eye spotted Lance in the audience, so we decided to walk over to the entrance to a section, and lo and behold, we spotted him and Michael leaving. We stopped them and asked for a picture, and once again, Lance could not have been nicer. I love him. You're a national treasure, Lance Bass.
He really is.
So my meeting JC is my favorite story. Another one of me and the BF's best friend's obsessions was Glee. Matthew Morrison, aka Mr. Schuster, had a PBS concert and there was a contest to go on a screening of it. We won.
What?
That's awesome. And went to the theater in Beverly Hills for the screening. This was in 2013. We assumed Matthew would be there, but had no idea that there would be other celebrities there, including JC. It turns out that JC and Matthew Morrison are besties. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Nope, I did not.
So before the show started, I went to the bathroom and saw this whole VIP party going on and spotted JC in the crowd. I totally had an inner freak out moment and calmly went back to my bestie. I whispered to her that JC was there. We didn't want other people to know. LOL. Hey, I hear that. Nudge, nudge. And we started mission to get a picture with JC. A few minutes before the show started, JC walked in. Me and my best friend were the only ones who really recognized him, and he sits 2 rows behind us. That's amazing. I couldn't focus once the show started. I'm like, JC Chazé is sitting behind me, and I can see the back of my head. LOL. Lol. After the show, we went up to JC, introduced ourselves, and I said I was a fan since Mickey Mouse Club, and even mentioned the Target shows. And he was like, "Wow, old school girl, JC Chazé. I love you.
I do too. Always have.
Always will." It was the best. We took pictures with him. He put his arm around us, gave us hugs. It was the best moment. I'm happy to say that he is the most down-to-earth, sweetest guy ever, and I cherish that picture. And then there was the NSYNC mini reunion at the MTV VMAs. Took my heart away. Took my breath away.
Yeah, it did.
We watched it together on the
did.
phone.
That.
I cried, and it was then I realized how much I love these guys and how I will forever be a fan. Because Joey and Chris are more East Coast based, I've not had the chance to meet them. But if Joey opens a Fatone hot dog place out here, I will be there. As for Justin, he wasn't my favorite NSYNC guy, but I have supported and loved everything he has done. I haven't missed a tour and just saw his Man of the Woods tour in April. That's nice.
That is nice.
I'm so happy for the guys, and it was an absolute joy to watch them get their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You can tell that they are still genuinely friends and care about each other. It was like they had never been apart. Overall, NSYNC is still a huge part of my life. My family calls them my boys. Next to NKOTB, they are my absolute faves, and I hope to see them come together like new kids have. Maybe Donnie can give them some advice. Ain't that the truth?
That's a great idea.
Donnie Wahlberg, if you're listening, we love you, first of all.
First of all, we love you very much. You are a national treasure.
Yeah. Hashtag.
But
Second,
reach out. Reach out to NSYNC.
say, hey, JC Chazé, this is what you do.
This is how it's done.
Right. Because, I mean, I'm so appreciative he got that band back together.
I know.
Thank you, Donnie. Do you see this NSYNC light switch?
Yes.
I think I need this in my life.
I think you do too. I know who's going to be on eBay tonight.
Raise his hand. JC is so hot in this picture
Okay.
with the plaid shirt.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
This
the
picture right
glasses.
here. Oh my gosh. Like that picture right there is just, that is the JC that I know and love.
So awesome. Gina, you're so cool.
You really are.
And thanks for being a listener since the very beginning.
I know.
You're awesome.
We love you. Thank you.
We love you. You're the best.
You're
You're
the bomb.
simply the best.
Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. We had a
commercial on TV. It was like before the tournaments, with the games would start.
like a tournament commercial, basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and Nikki was just acting out,
what it was, because it was the same,
right.
for a number of years.
and that was the song.
Yeah, and I was like shooting a basketball, and then I was like wiping the sweat off my forehead, and then I was like pivoting with my elbows.
All right, I'm going to read Charlene's mini NSYNC story.
You do that. I'm excited.
I am too. All right, here we go. Here we go. Whoa.
Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go. Yes, 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 here we go.
NSYNC has got the flow. All right. Hello, my divas.
Hello.
I thought I'd share my NSYNC experience with you. Since my BFF Wendy and I were 18 in 1998, we were all in for cute boys dancing and singing to us.
Hills to the yes.
She wasn't a rabid New Kids on the Block fan like I was when they were big. NSYNC felt like a second chance. They were attainable hot guys around our age. She was a Justin girl from the start. I was all about JC, remembering his cute self from the Mickey Mouse Club. We were in college and both working at the mall, so in the 4 concerts we went to, our seats were never great. Not extreme nosebleed sections, but we never could afford front row. The first show we went to, I made us sequined tops and headbands.
What?
This was before glitter and the sequins clothing was popular. I figured with their lighting and us being the only sparkly things in the crowd, they would totally see us. And I think it worked. Lance flew over us on wires, and we swear he pointed at us.
I bet he did.
He probably did.
He was like, I like those sequins and that glitter. That looks awesome.
That is awesome.
That is so cool.
One show, we took Wendy's little sister, Darlene, with us. She was about 7 or 8. Oh, cute.
That is adorable.
She loved NSYNC, but we told her that we were going to a Nickelodeon concert with many artists. They had 2 or 3 opening artists, so that lie was believable. Darlene was using binoculars to see the stage. Again, not great seats. When it was time for NSYNC to take the stage, the announcer did a long, dramatic NSYNC. She dropped the binoculars from her eyes, and her mouth was open in shock.
Oh my gosh.
It was adorable.
That is adorable.
She danced and screamed the whole show. Maybe these NSYNC stories aren't so many, but I hope you liked them anyway. I love you guys. Hashtag forever friends. Hashtag cross country friends. XOXO.
We love you.
I love that.
We love you, Charlene.
For reals.
Thank you for sending your stories.
You're amazing. And that is so adorable.
Yes. Oh, did we thank Gina? Thank you, Gina.
I think we did. But
thank you, Kelly.
But still, thank you, Gina. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Rachel. There's 2 Rachels.
First Rachel, second Rachel.
Yeah.
All Rachels.
All the Rachels.
So that was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we have Lindsay's NSYNC story.
Aw, yeah.
My aunt and uncle and my cousins used to come down from Massachusetts every summer to visit. My uncle used to work for Polaroid, and in the summer of '99, he called my mom because it just so happened that one of his customers was the photographer or tour photographer for NSYNC.
That's so cool.
He asked my mom if we would like tickets and backstage passes for their New Jersey show at PNC Bank Art Center in Holmdel for that July. I was actually kind of disappointed that it wasn't for Backstreet Boys.
Aww.
I liked NSYNC, of course, but I was more of a Backstreet Boys fan, and still am. I remember my mom, while on the phone with my uncle, saying to me, "Do you want them or not?" I said, yes. My aunt and uncle arranged their summer visit to us around the NSYNC concerts. They could go with us.
That's so awesome.
That is awesome. I also brought my 2 closest friends at the time with me, and my parents were there too. This might have actually been my first concert, but I could totally be wrong. On the way there, we watched the NSYNC VHS tapes that I had. The PNC Bank Art Center is an outdoor venue. All the seats on the stage were covered, but then there are also lawn seats.
I wonder if that was their thing, because ours was an outdoor venue too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I wonder if, I think oftentimes the outdoor venues are maybe smaller than an arena.
Maybe, yeah.
And at that time in their career, that's what they were selling.
Right, that's true.
And it was summertime.
Yeah.
It was a summer tour.
Yeah. Kind of like the Bangor Waterfront concerts.
Waterfront, yeah. I bet they would have played the Bangor Waterfront.
Could you even imagine? Could you even?
You know who did play at the Bangor State Fair? Sink in.
Oh, we get to tell that story.
Yeah, we do. All right.
We'll tell it after Lindsay's story.
Okay.
You want to?
Yes.
I think I still have the VHS.
Oh my God.
Because they gave it to me.
All right. So, all right. I remember, we did the meet and greet before the show. I remember it was a super hot day and the meet and greet was outside with no shade at all. The guys were lined up behind a table and we basically just went down the line and had the guys sign our programs. I don't think anyone actually took pictures with us. We sort of just took pictures of them. It was either Joey or Chris, I'm thinking Joey, who actually leaned over the table to shake my hand, which was very nice. Overall, at the time, I thought the guys weren't too friendly, but now looking back on it, they were probably just super hot and tired.
Aw.
Walking around backstage, outside, on our way back to our seats, my friend Allison spotted Jessie from MTV. Like Jessie Camp.
Yes. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome. She was so excited to see him and yelled, "Jessie!" that my mom thought he was a good friend of hers. I remember he was like, Hey girl, so funny. Alice took a picture with him, and as you can see from the picture, he is so freaking tall. We get back to our seats, and I see the backdrop is down for Jordan Knight.
Oh yeah,
waiting for him to come on stage.
I can still see it. I can see
too.
the backdrop. Yes.
I can totally see it. He was opening for NSYNC. I remember asking my mom if that was the same Jordan Knight as the doll that I had, the Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block. I hadn't thought about New Kids on the Block since I was 4 years old. So at that time, maybe in 10 years, I thought it was odd that he was opening for NSYNC. But hey, I was a kid at the time, and my friends had no clue who he was. Anyway, that's my cool NSYNC story.
And it's friggin' amazing.
It is awesome.
You're friggin' amazing. Lindsay's also been a listener since the beginning.
Yes, she has. Very beginning.
Very beginning. OG listener.
I'm looking at these pictures.
Look at Justin. He looks like Adam in that picture.
In that picture, yeah, like the profile.
Yeah.
Front on, not so much, but the profile.
Mm-hmm. So awesome.
I love this.
Look at JC.
Look at Jesse Camp.
He's so tall.
He looks like a very tall, skinny woman.
Yeah. He does. What's he up to these days?
I don't know.
Gosh, I still remember that Jordan Knight thing. That's amazing.
He looked good in that picture, too.
Yeah, he did. I can remember that video coming on, them playing it on TRL for the very first time.
Yes.
I won't even say it was before TRL. Was it before TRL?
I don't think so. No.
But
like 99.
I freaked out. I did my little squeal. Like I was at my mom and dad's house and I was sitting, you know how I used to sit on the chair with my chin on the chair?
Yes.
I was watching MTV, doing my thing. And they were like Jordan Knight. I was thinking,
what?
No, it can't be. It can't be Jordan Knight. And then it was like a carnival, and I'm like, what?
Like outside of that was in Florida when I went down with Steph.
Oh, hey.
And we were at her dad's house, and it was like one afternoon we were like hanging out in the living room. And I remember sitting on the floor watching TRL, and that came on. And I was stoked. I was glued.
We were pretty excited when he got up there. Mm-hmm. It was, I would say, it was equally as exciting to see him as it was NSYNC. I'm going to put it out there.
It was, but it was different too. It was a little different. It was more like exciting because it was like nostalgic.
And I was like, oh my gosh, he's so hot.
And he was very fly.
How you doing?
Oh my God.
JK. Not like JK, just kidding. Like, how you doing, Jordan Knight?
Jordan Knight, right.
Oh, yeah. And that song was so dirty.
It was. It was a great song.
Don't look at any more pictures. Stop looking at the pictures.
I can't help it.
No, stop looking at the pictures.
I did.
Stop looking at them.
I'm scrolling up to the top of the story. So I can follow along.
Okay. Stephanie, she's cheating.
There.
Okay. This is Stephanie's Amazing NSYNC Adventures. Welcome.
Welcome to the delicious dish.
Hi there. My friend Lorena shared this link with me, and since I have endless NSYNC stories and memories, she thought I might be able to help with the episode. Hells to the yeah, Lorena. You're the best. I made sure to tell her that. I saw this, and I was like, oh. Don't read it, Nikki. Don't read it, Nikki. Don't read it, Nikki. But guess what?
You read it.
I read parts of it. I didn't read all of it. But I read a good part of it. Is that a Joey poster? Is that a Joey McIntyre poster? Or is that a Joey Fatone poster?
I'm saying Joy Fatone because it's Winterland.
I see performance, please. It's Joey Fatone. I honestly don't even know where to begin because I have stories from then and now, and I've been a fan of 20 years. I was able to see them live 6 times as well as attend many of their solo endeavors after they stopped touring as a group. I've met all of them more than once, and the first 3 members I met were by pure chance / luck / fate. Whatever you want to call it. I have 2 NSYNC tattoos. Did you hear that, Brooke?
I heard that.
You told me to go get that fire symbol tattoo last
night. Do it.
But do you really mean it?
I do mean it.
Should I really get it? Seriously? No.
Get it if you want it. Guess what?
Oh, I gotta turn that off.
YOLO. We go. Whoa.
I already said that. With plans for at least 2 more. Well, Stephanie, Maybe you and I could go get the NSYNC fire symbol tattoo together. I know exactly where I would like to get it.
Where?
On my foot.
What part of your foot?
I want to get it like right here.
Like just under your ankle bone?
Yeah, I think it would hurt like hell though.
You'd be fine.
But I think it would be fun.
I think you should do it. If you want to do it, you should do it.
You remember that time I was going to get it? Okay, I was the very first person in line for the star ceremony last week. That's crazy. That's awesome. And I was able to visit the pop-up shop twice last week as well. I'm so jealous.
That's awesome.
Each time, members visited the shop while I was in there, which just continued my fate-filled NSYNC encounters. I was bullied in middle school and high school for being a fan, but that never once stopped my love for them. I even wore an NSYNC shirt under my cap and gown so that those people would always remember me. Haha. My friends and I have at least one annual NSYNC nights when we get together and watch hours of VHS and DVD footage and eat and drink and laugh.
Fun.
That's amazing. Anyways, this is just a quick recap. If you're interested in utilizing any of this and want me to elaborate on any of this and send pictures, please let me know. So guess what I did? I was like, yeah, I want to hear it all. Tell me everything. Tell me who your favorite one is. Tell me all about these tattoos. Tell me everything. So here we go. Stephanie. First thing, the star ceremony weekend, hands down, best weekend of my life. The dirty pop-up was a genius idea and so well done. I was amazed. I do have to say that was so well thought out. And the whole like teenage bedroom scene that they had that you could take pictures in. I was like, I have all of that.
That was awesome.
I just kept looking at it. And the game was JC's. NSYNC Backstage Pass. Look behind you. Look behind you at that black wire thing and look down. And see, tell me what you see.
Black wire thing.
At the game stuff.
I see NSYNC Backstage Pass right there.
Never been played. Actually, I think we played it once.
Yeah.
But that was his copy from his house.
That's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
That is.
They could have called me. I have the NSYNC merch. I could have given them some for the dirty pop-up. Maybe Lance could like put a little note in there and say, "Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
You cool.
Lance Bass."
Lance Bass ass.
From Mississippi. His mom has not aged. His mom.
Remember when I said that his mom looked like your family?
Well, I hope so. I hope I look like her. She's gorgeous.
Like his mom, like you look like you're related.
We do?
Yes, I remember always thinking that.
Do we still look like that?
Oh, I haven't seen her in a while, but if she hasn't aged,
She looks the same.
Yeah, then yeah, you look like family.
Uh-oh. We might be. Who knows?
Maybe.
I don't know. Here we go.
Okay.
I was amazed. Even not an official group anymore, they are still so creative and so good at marketing. They should teach a course. They totally should. I checked out the pop-up shop the night before, mostly to see if a line had already formed. It hadn't, so we just took a sneak peek pic. So we just took some sneak peek pics and went back to our room. We arrived at the pop-up shop 4 hours before it opened, which was nothing. Child's play compared to the lines I've waited in before NSYNC, NKOTB, and the Jonas Brothers in the past. Haha. I hear you, girl. I was not in the very first group that was let in, but I was still within the first 25 people to go in. They did a great job spacing out the timing, so it never felt like there were too many people, except, of course, when Lance walked in. To my surprise and delight, Lance came in while my friends and I were in there with his husband and parents. I got a pic with Lance and Michael, so that was a wonderful treat. They went through the whole shop, and once they left, we went back through the shop and finished taking pictures and then finally ordered our merch. I didn't even care about the prices. I was just like, I'll take this and one of this and one of that, etc., etc. And then $520 later, oh my God, I had my stuff. That was very, like, when I went on the night before it, like, officially opened.
Yeah.
I went on the thing. I was looking at the stuff, and I'm like, okay, what do I want? I want all the white stuff, but meatballs.
Right. Right.
And then I was like, okay, well, I really want the It's Gonna Be May shirt, but I didn't see it on there. And so then and Kevin was like, you really wanted the hoodie. The hoodie was what you really wanted. You should get it. I'm like, Kevin, it's $100.
Right. It's a lot.
Like, and he's like, well, I just don't want you to look back at this and be like, oh, I really wanted that hoodie. Now I'm like, oh, maybe I really do want that hoodie. That was the only time it got a little crammed because the computers were having some difficulties. But all in all, it was great. In total, I spent an hour in the shop and every minute was amazing. She had some pretty amazing pictures too, by the way. Throughout the weekend, we would walk down to the start and see if a line had started. I had honestly expected a line starting Friday night, but that didn't happen. Finally, on Sunday, we knew we were not going to wait until 7 a.m. Monday to line up, so we started heavily monitoring the area. At 1 p.m., we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, which is where the line was going to start, where we remained for 5 hours. We ate, we drank, and we people watched. Everyone was a suspect that could start the line at any moment, so we made sure we were right in position to jump in line at any moment. Finally, at 6:30, a group of girls that we had seen throughout the day came back around, and we made the decision to start the line before anyone else could. From experience with the NKOTB Star Ceremony, where the line was started, but then moved across the street, we split our group up. So we had a couple people across the street, and the rest of us were where the line was supposed to be. So did that happen with the NKOTB Star Ceremony?
I don't know.
Within minutes, other fans followed suit and got in line. There was, of course, people who were unhappy and complaining that the line was already started, but those same people were like, they said 7 a.m., yet they were there early too. So it was quite laughable. The cops showed up around 10 p.m. just to make sure everything was going well and there were no problems. Around midnight, Justin's show was over and people started making their way to the line. A car drove by and yelled to the cops, "So are you just going to let them stay out here all night?" To which the cop replied, "Why not?" And then turned to us and said, "We let the homeless people do it all the time, so why not?" And I said, "At least we smell better." And they said, "That's true." Haha, one of my favorite exchanges of the night. Anyways, the night went on and I went back to my room around 3 to get ready for the day. By the time I got back at 4, the local news crews were there and we were being interviewed all over the place. Many people were congratulating us for being first in line while others sucked down their extra salty breakfast. No, we didn't follow the rules, but there are no rules when it comes to fangirling. We did what we had to do to get where we wanted to be, and it paid off. We were led into the barricades around 10:30 and only had about an hour more to wait. Everyone was singing and laughing and having a great time. The family started arriving at 11. We had a great time making googly eyes at Nash and chatting with Chris's mom and wife. Chris's mom asked us to make sure no one rushed the barricade since the baby was there, and we of course promised her that we would. There was no way anyone was getting through us at all. Ha ha. When the guys finally came out, I honestly didn't feel weird or overwhelmed like I thought I would. It felt just right. I was literally thinking, well, this is normal. It's just my guys. I thought it was going to freak out like I did with the 2013 VMAs, but I really didn't. I only shed a few happy tears, but was very in the moment, taking in every word and trying to notice every reaction and every movement. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And they were the girls with the hearts. So they're standing in the front and like, I said to Christine or somebody, I was like, ought to be one of those girls standing there. I said, they must have been there like 3 days before.
But they weren't.
That's amazing. So I'm very interested in this whole line thing. So like when you get in line, you can like go back to the hotel and take a shower. And like someone will hold your place.
Maybe. I guess. I mean, I guess.
It's kind of like the Lido deck thing.
Like you partner up.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Lido deck thing.
Yeah. You like take turns.
Yeah. Fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy a line. I never thought I would, but like when I went to see Joe.
Yeah.
And we stood in line for a while.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. When we went to Wahlburgers and we stood in line, it went by like that.
Well, when you meet good people,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
True,
like
that's true.
That makes everything better.
And I think I saw her on an interview because I was like looking at all the New Kids on the Block interviews. I mean, New Kids on the Block NSYNC interviews. Whoops.
Yeah.
And I think I saw her on one of them.
Like, did they interview her?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I think so. I think it was her. I'll have to go back. I was playing. What I did is I tried that new Facebook watch party, but it wouldn't let us watch the freaking ceremony because it was on YouTube. I'm like, for the love of everything. So what I did is I did a whole queue of Facebook NSYNC star ceremony things.
Yeah.
And people came in and watched. And
that's cool.
And one of them, I think, was an interview with her.
Oh, cool.
It was like KTLA or something. Okay. I was recording most of it with my camera that I was hooked up to a tripod on the rail. And then I recorded a lot with my phone as well as took pictures. Craziest moment was when the crowd started singing Tearing Up My Heart. It was like the wave. It started to low from one side, and then it passed through the whole crowd and got louder and louder. I did cry then. It was magical. That was awesome. My friends and I went back to the Dirty Pop-Up on the last day. This time, we waited about 3 hours in line. By far the shortest line of the whole weekend. I think this is the same time that Charlene went.
Oh, yeah.
And Elle, in our group, she was the one that Joey McIntyre, it was her birthday, and I was like watching her Instagram live, and she brought her on stage. I'm like, oh my God, I'm watching her Instagram live, and she's being brought up on stage. She got a picture with JC. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
Freaking amazing. We were decked out in full NSYNC gear because we weren't trying to be incognito anymore. We let our fangirl flags fly. We were there for about 10 to 15 minutes when I heard screams outside the shop. I thought nothing of it because every time someone would run through the line with a camera, girls were screaming. However, the door to the shop opened up and it was like a heavenly glow came through the door. It was JC. He was the one that I met the farthest back in history, and I hadn't seen him in literally 13 plus years, so it was a little emotional, and I did get a little shaky. He was so good and took his time with everyone. The photos were priceless. A couple times he addressed the group in the shop and thanked everyone for the support. He was so genuine and it was amazing. My friend asked if he saw our signs during the ceremony and he didn't really remember them. He said he saw a lot, and then he said, I'll tell you what, I won't forget when the crowd started singing. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. Oh my gosh. Or something along those lines. Somehow I managed to get 3 photos with him in there, and I was able to show him my tattoos, which my friend caught on video. After he left, I spent a little more money and took a bunch of more pictures, and we called it a day, and we're back on our way home back to Northern California. It was such an amazing experience, and every second, every dollar, every tear, every laugh, every trek up and down the boulevard, they were worth it. So just so you guys know, there is more to this story. There's she has submitted a whole bunch of other stuff that we definitely want to read.
Right.
But we're going to keep it because we're going to do another episode. We're going to do another NSYNC episode. And we actually asked, we talked with Stephanie, and Stephanie is going to come on the podcast and tell her stories.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned because
she has some awesome ones.
Yeah. I'm just like, what? Are you kidding me? These are amazing.
Totally.
So definitely stay tuned for Stephanie and her stories. We will get her on and it's going to be amazing. So with that being said, we really appreciate you guys sending us your NSYNC stories. And
absolutely,
it was a short period of time, so we really appreciate it. And I know that we have more coming to us.
Yeah.
Because Rachel had gotten in touch with me and told me she had some more stories, so she's going to send those to me. And also Stephanie's stories. So if you guys have stories, if you're listening and you're like, oh man, I wish I would have submitted my NSYNC story. Guess what? You can do it.
You can.
It's going to be awesome.
Send them to my so-called whatever at gmail.com.
That is right.
And maybe you'll be on the next NSYNC special edition.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are fun. This is fun.
This is fun. It's been fun reminiscing.
NSYNC has been a huge part of our life, really, in our friendship.
Yeah.
And we haven't really been able to dive into it yet, so it's fun to do that.
It really was. And thank you again, Stephanie, for sending that story. I don't know if I said thank you. I can't remember. I think I did, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody.
You guys are awesome.
Gina, Rachel,
Rachel,
Kelly, Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay. Yeah, that's it then.
Lindsay,
Rachel, Gina, Kelly, Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I feel like we're missing somebody.
Charlene.
Oh, knew it.
Jeez.
Sorry, Charlene.
Yeah.
Charlene's like, hello, guys. Hello.
Hey, here I
am. Sorry,
Here I
Charlene.
am.
So do you want to quickly talk about Sync In?
Should we or should we save it for the next?
I think we should save it for the
I
next.
think we should save it for the next. It's a good story.
Sync In. We got to remember it, though. You're going to remember it?
I'll remember. I think about it all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I think about it often.
I
it's
don't
funny.
ever think about it. I kind of don't remember
It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. So
you guys are going to have to stay tuned for
you
that
have to
one.
stay tuned for our encounter with an NSYNC cover band.
At the Bangor State Fair.
Yep.
We'll see you there. So Patreon peeps.
Yes.
We are going to be doing drawing for our Patreon peeps
Mm-hmm.
this month.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that it's taken us so long, but with vacations and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's not, I mean, we do what we can.
Yeah.
We appreciate you chugging along with us.
Exactly. And if you don't know, we want to thank you guys. We got some new recording equipment, as you may or may not be able to tell.
Yeah.
We're more mobile.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for supporting our podcast, because that's exactly what we do with it. We take it and it goes directly back into the podcast.
Exactly.
So thank you so much. It allows us to get this nice equipment. And hey, if the whole Joey McIntyre interview thing works out, we are prepared.
We are, because that was kind of a concern.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to do this and have it
Professional.
sound
Right.
the way it needs to sound?
Right. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So let's take a look at our Patreon peeps. Oh my gosh. You know what? Before I do that, I need to tell you about something somebody sent us.
What?
Her name is Denise, and she sent us a play-by-play of all of our episodes, basically like an outline of our episodes 1 through 10, and like her thoughts on each episode. It's so cool. Yes, it's so cool. I was like, oh, did I talk about that? I forgot.
That's amazing.
Denise, you are so cool.
Wait, is this in our email?
Yeah, and then I made it in. I have a Google Doc.
Did it come in when I was on vacation?
No, it came in before that.
I did not see it.
Yeah,
I did not hear anything of this.
yeah,
Denise.
yeah.
I gotta read it.
It's awesome.
Are we gonna share it?
I don't know. Maybe. Well, and it got me to think, like, do you think somebody would be interested in doing something like that? Like, do people want to comment about the episode? I mean, we have it in the Facebook group, but I like it when people comment about the little things in the episode.
Yeah.
So feel free to send us your thoughts. Like, Joy will send us an email.
Yes.
Of like, and I love it.
Joy's been great.
I look forward to those emails, Joy. So, yeah. So Denise sent us a recap, and it's awesome. Also, we have some special guest hosts coming up. Well, not like replacing any of us.
Right.
And we will be are we going to be sending out our stuff? Our Patreon stuff, like this week?
We've got to.
So you guys,
Because we have it ready.
should we tell them what it is? Because I think now it's cool for us to say
Yeah.
what it is. So what we will be doing is every 4 months that you are a Patreon $10 and over member, you will be getting a special charm
Right.
bracelet from us.
Right.
So they're they're kind of similar to like the Alex and Annie,
Right. They're
bracelets.
like a silver bangle
Yeah.
with charm.
and they mean something.
Right.
So when you sign up, if you are a $10 member and above,
Mm-hmm.
you will get a charm bracelet.
Yep.
When you sign up. And then 4 months later, you'll get another one. And then 4 months later, you'll get another one. If you continue to be a patron.
Right.
Because we wanted to recognize those people that have been,
Or stick with us.
yes, because we have people that have been with us since, and we really appreciate it. I mean, you guys, like every bit counts. We
Right.
really, really appreciate it. And we'll still be doing extra content for those who are like the under $10 patrons. You
Yep.
guys will get the extra content. So that's cool. That being said, we would like to thank our Patreon peeps.
Yes, we would.
Here we go.
Here we go. Whoa. How many times can we say that in an episode?
I don't know. Maybe they should make a drinking game out of it.
They probably should.
All right. So we would like to thank, getting to the point, Christian, Kelly, Jennifer, Dawn, Christina, Amy, Amber, Diana, Diana Roth, not to be confused with Diana Ross. I freaking love it.
I do too.
Did you see
Yes.
what she posted?
Yes.
That the weatherman said it or whatever?
Yes.
I was like, this is the best. Sarah, thank you again for the pierogies. They were so good.
So good.
Jennifer, thank you very much for the Lisa Frank cool stuff that you sent
Loot.
us and the Mexican candy.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Mexican candy?
Yeah.
I was like, well, what? Should I eat this? Michelle, Jennifer, Jill, Jessica, Joy, Christine. Thank you for being our special guest. Courtney, Rachel, Kelly, Anna, Chrissy, Jackie, Jerusha, Charlene, Andrea, Sandy. You guys are
guys are
amazing.
Forever friends.
Is what we are. So, if you would like to be one of our Patreon peeps, you can.
Go right to our website.
And go to donate and then click on the Patreon link. Or you can go to patreon.com/mysocalledwhatever, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Let me just
That would
check
make
and
sense.
Make sure. Yes. Patreon.com/mysocalledwhatever.
Sign up.
Yeah. Become a patron.
We would really appreciate it.
We would. And if you can't, no
Then
big
don't.
deal. If you can't, guess what you can do?
You can go and leave us a review.
Yeah. If you're on iTunes,
Please.
please do it. It will help us get seen.
We love 5-star reviews. And if you're in there anyway, you're right on our little podcast, click the stars.
Yeah.
Write a little review.
It'll be fun.
It helps us greatly.
It really, really
with
does.
like the algorithm.
It really, really does. So, also, our store, we have cruise merch.
We do. I need to order one of the
Get naughty with blank.
Yes. Let me rephrase because I
Okay.
can't.
Okay.
I need to order one of the naughty ones because I just really want to fill it in.
I'm going to bedazzle mine.
You
I've already
are?
decided. I've already decided exactly what I'm going to do and exactly what I'm going to put on there.
So are you going to get a real bedazzler?
well, no.
How are you going to bedazzle it?
Well, it's going to be a one-time thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, they'll probably fall off. But I'm going to get two. I'm going to get one that I'm going to dry erase.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get one that I'm going to bedazzle.
I'm gonna have a couple.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And I need colorful like Sharpies. You probably have some actually.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
And also, speaking of a bedazzler,
Yeah.
can we get a bedazzler? Do they still make bedazzlers?
They sure do.
Like, I might want to invest in one.
Okay.
Because like why?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I mean,
Why not?
right. I feel like that would come in handy.
Can I buy one tonight?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that would come in handy.
Are you really? Can I really do it?
Yeah, I mean, how much are they?
I don't know.
Like, you must be able to get them for like $20.
One would assume. Can we also get a screen printing machine?
But like for real,
I know.
I always thought like I've thought of instances where a bedazzler would come in handy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It will just add that just right amount of bling,
I know.
permanent bling.
Speaking of bling, let's talk about a little hotline bling.
Yes.
We need some more messages.
Yeah, we do. And you know what? You can leave us messages about anything.
You can be like, hey, Brooke. Hey, Nikki. What's up? Bye.
Right. Or you can call and say, hey,
I've got a secret.
I have a secret that I want to tell, and I'm not going to tell you who I am. That's cool.
Hey.
We won't know who you are.
No, we won't. Just don't make it too scary.
No, I don't even care if it's scary.
Tell us your ghost stories.
We would love ghost stories.
I would like put those right on. I'd be like, give us your ghost stories.
For real.
Please. You got 3 minutes.
Yeah. And if you need to call back and continue, then do that.
And I'll attach them right together.
That's right. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, you can talk about anything. Tell us about your pets. Tell us about your
Cool.
job.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first job.
Tell us about your favorite episode. Tell us about your least favorite episode. Tell us about all kinds of stuff. Tell us like
Anything.
get an idea for a show. Tell us that.
You want to sing us a song? Do
Yeah.
it up.
Oh yeah. Sing Forever Friends.
Would you? That would be amazing.
That would.
We could like mix it into a song.
We could.
Why don't you tell
Why don't
us
you just do it?
your favorite movie? who is your current celebrity crush? That would be fun.
Who is your current celebrity crush?
My current celebrity crush? Oh, Lord. Well, okay. Aside from like new kids, like aside from boy bands, my current celebrity crush, currently, like today, is this weird?
What?
Okay. So sometimes I go down like the YouTube rabbit hole,
Okay.
as we all do.
Yep.
I am attracted, like very attracted to Bill Hader.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Because he's amazing.
Yeah.
But like, I watched so many videos today.
Oh, hey.
I was like, I haven't been feeling great today. You know, I'm really tired. And so I was just chilling, watching him, thinking, he's cool. I like
there you
him
go. I'll say, hey,
quite a bit.
want me to tell you who my celebrity crush is?
Who's your celebrity crush?
Ryan Reynolds.
That is not a surprise.
Nope. No surprise here. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is funny.
I know. I just love everything about him.
I don't think he's that attractive, but that's just that's just me.
So it's him and James Vanderbeek.
Beak jeans.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch Don't. I'm gonna go tonight. I'm gonna relax
Yeah.
because I've been cleaning my office all day.
And tomorrow's Mother's Day, so you should relax.
That's true. I gotta edit tomorrow though. I'm debating. Should I edit tonight or edit tomorrow? I'm gonna edit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe this episode might be late. Who knows?
Right.
I might take a break.
I mean, Lord, we all need them.
Hey, who knows? Probably not, but yeah, I think I might watch Don't Trust the Bee. That is still. Do you know all of my shows are getting canceled? All of my shows that I watch.
Really?
All of my shows are getting canceled.
Like what?
The Mick. Freaking love that show. It was highly inappropriate, but I loved the show. Canceled.
Oh.
Last Man on Earth. Canceled.
Oh.
There's one more. Kevin's like,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
that was the third one. Canceled. Terry Crews. That's my other celebrity crush.
Yeah. Yeah, you like him.
I really like Terry Crews.
Yeah, you was a fan.
I also, today, I sent you a text message. I said, I really love The Rock.
Yes. I love The Rock.
I was watching Baywatch.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't, he doesn't, man.
I do love The Rock.
How are you doing? Zac Efron, too. Oh, you're okay.
I'm
not mad at you.
I'm not mad at Zac. No.
Oh, hey.
No, Zac Efron.
It's kind of weird,
No.
but hey.
Not weird. 2006 Zac Efron, yeah, weird.
Yeah, that'd be
But now?
creepy.
How you doing?
Jeez.
Hey, you know what?
Jeez.
Nick Jonas.
Holy
Hey,
smokes. Hey,
Nick
hey,
Jonas.
hey.
Oh boy.
But
I'm like a cougar.
that was great. That was good.
But it's true.
Hey.
Nick Jonas. Boy, oh boy. You's grown.
Nick Jonas, you can give me some of that hotline bling if you want.
You's grown.
Drake.
He's a good guy.
He is so awesome. And Melanie sent me, did you get that YouTube link that I sent you?
Yes.
I knew you would appreciate it, Melanie. Told ya.
Yes. So
I asked her, I go, are we going to all forget that he was Jimmy? Are we just going to forget? And she goes, no, actually, he plays it. Like
As he should.
As he should.
because you know what? It's a nod to his roots.
It is.
And Drake,
Whatever it takes. I know I can make it through.
I loved that show so much.
I know. I watched so much Degrassi, and I was a little old for watching it, but I watched it anyway.
I was too, but I didn't
watched
care.
the shit out of it.
I loved the end.
Yep.
I loved the end.
Yep. What other shows were on there?
Radio Free Roscoe. I loved that show.
I didn't watch that.
I did. It was on after Degrassi.
I did not watch that. Was that like Noggin?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. My kids love Noggin. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. They love Noggin. Oh, so here's the number that you can call.
Yes, this is important to have.
It is 857-271-1047. Once again, 857-271-1047.
Call
Give
it up.
us a call.
Yes, please. And with that, we're signing off.
We are over and out.
Peace out.
Digital, get down.
Pow!
Just you and me.
Just you and me.
20,000 miles away and I can see ya.
And baby, you can see me.
Baby, you can see me.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Bye.
Hey guys, this is Sandy. Just wanted to say that I'm going back over and listening to old episodes right now. Anyway, I'm enjoying them, and keep up the good work, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, Nikki and Brooke, this is April Pratt from episode 37, step 75, the Rebecca story, April. I just want you to know I enjoyed every minute of it, and I will continue to listen in on your podcast. I don't know why I never heard of you before. And Maria, honey, we will hook you up with some photo shots of that comforter with Jordan. Y'all have a blessed day. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.
Hey, this is Andrea, sending you lots of blockhead love from Minnesota. Brooke and Nikki, keep up the good work, and thanks for making me smile and laugh every week. You are appreciated. And remember, bye.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Brooke. It is Kelly. I wanted to call to say Happy Mother's Day to both of you and to everybody listening, even though you won't hear this on Mother's Day, but it is Mother's Day when I'm calling, so it kind of works, right? Anyway, let's not hash brown that. I just wanted to call and say Happy Mother's Day to everybody who is a hardworking mother or a mother figure or anything like that. You're the bomb. You rock. Go you. You're winning at this thing, and you got this. All right. Okay, love you. See you. Bye.
File's done.